I've started a new business selling Titanic merchandise. Everything's available via drop shipping. And I will always love that joke. And How you doing? It's the Comedy Cabin with me, Sean Hegarty. You're very welcome to episode 2 of a brand new series. This is season 3. And we're coming to you from live-ish. I'm recording this on the Sunday night. It goes out on the Monday, and blah blah blah. Let's just pretend it's real. And I'm not even Sean Hegarty. I'm a what do you call those things that come up from the ground? The light. Why is my memory so fucking shite? A hologram. I'm a hologram. I'm not a hologram. I've wasted so much time just trying to think of one word that it isn't even funny, so I don't even know why I bothered. But we're here. It's a brand new episode. It's episode 2, and it's great. It's great to have you here. It really is. It's cozy. It's already the weather's amazing. The weather's been absolutely lovely this week, and lovely for this time of year. Middle of October, and we're still getting like really warm weather. We're getting 17, 18 degrees a day. What is going on? Anyway, I'm no weatherman. We've got a special announcement coming up straight after the theme tune. Stick around. It's going to be a great episode. Run it, baby. Here we go.
It's the Comedy Cabin with Sean Hegarty. Stand-up comedian, come hang with me. I tell jokes, share stories with the fire lit in my pallet cabin. Now it's time to talk shit. It's the Comedy Cabin with Sean Hegarty. Stand-up comedian, come hang with me. I tell jokes, share stories with the fire lit. Now it's time to talk shit. At the Comedy Cabin.
At the Comedy Cabin. Thanks very much to why do I not prepare better than what I do? My memory, right? I would say the first doctor that ever watches my podcasts will just send me a DM straight after on social media and just be like, "Hello, Sean, it's Dr. McCluskey here. I just wanted to give you a call. I just caught up on one of your episodes of your podcast, and to be honest with you, mate, you have an old dose of the..." I forget even the word that I was going to say. Alzheimer's, the words Alzheimer's. How that this is probably the funniest thing that has... Hello, Sean. The moment's passed. Fuck everybody. I've ruined it. I've ruined the whole episode. I'm going to delete this and start again. I'm not. I believe you've got another dose of the Alzheimer's, Sean. My memory's woeful these days. It is so bad. It really is so bad. But yeah, you're very welcome. It's the Comedy Cabin, and the fire's blazing. I don't know if you can hear it. Can you hear You hear a little crackle of wood there? We'll move the microphone closer. What do you hear? What do you hear this? This is one of the most beautiful sounds you'll ever hear. Isn't that nice? It's like the ASMR videos. MRSA. One of the two. Who gives a shit? Let's just go really offensive with this episode, because this is like an episode of Take Me Out, but instead of like single people, it's just podcasters. And I come out and I go, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name's Sean Hegarty, and I'm from Lurgan, and my podcast is called The Comedy Cabin, and I forget everything that I'm about to say." And then I wave to the camera and wave to everybody who's got the lights, and then all you hear is pew 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 pew. People shooting me with lasers. Pew pew pew. No, just everyone's light going off, and then before you know it, I've just two listeners, and it's just me listening back to see what the levels are like on the sound. But anyway, yeah, it's as I said, it's been a lovely week weather-wise. I crave the rainy weather. I'm talking like pissing down. It has rained a few times. I will give our Lord that. He's got his days and his nights mixed up, I think, because it's pissing down at night when we're all in our pits. But during the day, sure, isn't the sun shining like a wee bastard? It is. Special announcement. Will we do it? Special announcement. I'm going to put the poster up somewhere too. Maybe I won't. I might just cut and do like a full picture on the screen and stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, special announcement. My solo show is finally after about 6 months of preparation and I'm going to say paperwork, right? It was about 7 emails. It just took a while to get things going, right? To get things off the ground. Excuse me. But I will be doing a solo show. I do not do solo shows often, right? My last solo show, alright, there was a full 18-month pandemic, alright? I hold my hands up. There's been a pandemic and that has stopped me from doing a solo show. But I probably do a solo show once a year, I think, at the most. And I tend to just do it in Belfast because that's where the majority, I think, of my audience are, and I'm afraid to branch out in case people don't buy tickets and I end up in Limavady some night with just 7 people in the front row and it's just, hey boy, I'm your biggest fan. Oh, hey, I'm only here for a selfie. Oh, I love your stuff. Oh, you make McGoldrick. Oh, I love it. Love Mike McGoldrick. I want to get a wee photo with you after, boy. Some guy with fucking one eye pointing towards Portadown, the other eye pointing towards the fucking Isle of Man. I don't know. Yeah, so my solo show is finally coming out. My fire's looking like it's about to die down there. I need to put some more wood on it, I think. But yeah, my solo show's finally coming out, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming out on the 14th of January, yeah. And tickets go on sale on the 14th of October, which is this coming Thursday, if you're listening to it this week, obviously. So people have a full 3 months to buy tickets, but you know what they say, guys. They're going to sell really quickly, so make sure you get in early and buy yours, because that's what everyone says when the tickets aren't going to sell very quickly, and they're desperate for numbers, so that they're not shating themselves for 2.5 months in the run up to the gig, where they just go, is anyone ever going to come to this bastard? And that's usually how it goes. That is how it goes, isn't it? People like, here, tickets are selling fast, and you're like, no, they're not. Tickets are not selling fast. You've sold about 11 tickets sold so far. You're petrified in case no one shows up, and you're trying to just egg things on a little bit and just, you know, try and spur things on and hope that more people will buy tickets. And I do it myself. Why not? It's what everyone does. And you just, I don't know, you just, there's a lot of fear in putting on a solo show. There really is, because you just don't know. Like, my videos do alright. I have a decent following online, but will that equate to people wanting to buy tickets to come and see me do stand-up comedy? Because I would say most people know me now not as a stand-up comedian, but as someone who just is almost like a content creator, I would imagine. That's, I think, how people would sort of perceive me now in the public eye, because I just don't gig that often. And we talked about all this last week about the reasons why I don't gig that often and stuff, and I'm trying to fix that. I'm going to sit down tomorrow in my office. I got a brand new office last week. Look, I'm covered in fucking, every time I come out here now, I'm like covered in soot, as if I've just been like fingering a priest after Ash Wednesday. I'm absolutely clattered. I'm gonna have to, I'm making it worse. I'm covered. I'm just gonna have to look at the state of me. If you're listening to this, you obviously can't look at the state of me, but just picture 2 tiny bits of soot, black soot, on my hands, and me exaggerating massively because I can't stand my hands being dirty. Do you know what I have out here though? Is like a big thing of like hand wash pump. And what have you got that in there for? You're on wee solo nights on your own, you dirty get. I know what you get up to in there. You close the wee curtains. Don't even have curtains, you dopey cunt. Sorry for saying the C word there. I do apologise. That fully slipped out. I didn't mean to say that. But that's the joy of being a solo podcaster, and also no one being able to fire you because nobody hires me. So I do what I want, make my own money, call people the C word, because I am self-employed. Anyway, what I was saying was, yeah, my solo show is coming out. The tickets are coming out this Thursday, the 14th of October. It's going to be January the 14th in the limelight. It's going to be the biggest gig. It's far from the biggest gig I've ever done in my life, but it's the biggest solo show that I'll have ever done in my life. And I'm dreading it. I have thought about 40 times of cancelling it. I have felt physically sick at the thought of doing it. But at the same time, I've also felt strangely excited and just itching to get back out there again. And I'm going to sit down in my office this week and I'm going to hunt for gigs, because that's something I very, very rarely do, is just sit down and go, somebody give me gigs, somebody give me gigs, give me gigs. Like it's 1995 and I'm in the school playground with all my match attacks going, somebody give me gigs and I'll swap you for Robbie Fowler. Come on, I've got 3 air cantonals. Somebody do a trade. But I'm going to make a conscious effort now of getting stuck into doing stand-up comedy again, and I'm going to get some old clips as well and post them on social media so that more people see me doing stand-up and go, he's funny, I'll go and see him. Or cancer's funnier, let's go to the cancer ward. So you have 2 options, do you know what I mean? And that's how I like to leave my audience. I don't like to force them into doing something they don't want to do. So you do have 2 options there, but unfortunately they are the only 2 options. So anyone that doesn't come and see me that night has to then go to the hospital, unfortunately. So apologies for that in advance. I'm also starting a new comedy club. Do you know what I should have said as well is the title of the show, which I'm quite proud of. It's a bit of a kind of play on words, which is right up my arsehole, aka street. But here it's fucking roasting. I dropped the mic in the least cool way that a mic has ever been dropped. I'm balancing my microphone here on a little kind of stick that will 100% be going into the fire as soon as I press stop on this podcast, because I just wanted to get it closer to my mouth. That's what she said. It is excruciatingly warm in here. I am going to be finishing this in a pair of Speedos because I'm roasting, and I'm going to end up shaving my head because I'm so warm. It is baking hot in here. It's 30 degrees. That's the temperature in here. I hope I don't die of smoke inhalation. I've got this here. I wonder, can I... Oh, we get that closed up. So I'm desperate to wash my hands here, but I'm just trying to be really professional and hold it together for the sake of this podcast and try and get to the end. But yeah, what I was going to say, it's near 30 degrees. The name of my show is going to be called Funny Heist, like Money Heist, the TV show that's very popular on Netflix at the minute, or La Casa de Papel for people who watch it in Spain, or weirdos who watch it with in Spanish instead of the dubbed English version, which must be very hard. That's also what she said. When you think of actors and stuff who are sitting down in a sound booth or in a studio and they all have a microphone each, and they're almost, it's almost like they're performing a radio show or a script for radio. I'm gonna have to open this, I'm gonna die. Oh fuck, that's so warm. I just had to open my sort of barn door kind of thing. I don't know if there's like smoke coming up here from the ground or if I'm now starting to see things. I could very well collapse here and I could get my first 1 million views on a video. I'm joking. I've had loads of videos that have done well over 1 million. I'm just having banter. But yeah, so it must be really hard though for people who just have to sit in a studio and kind of reenact these scenes that have already taken place, because a lot of it as well is like they almost do it exact to their lips moving, where I think they talk a bit faster if the words in the script, you know what I'm trying to get at. You know, I know I need sectioned, I know that, I'm fully aware of that, but it's mind-blowing, and it's so those people deserve a pat on the back because they're so good. The professor in Money Heist, I don't know if you've seen it, but the professor's voice is outstanding. It's just this guy that just like almost like whispers all the time. Dougio, I need you to listen to me carefully. But really, if you turn like the English version off, he's just going, Dougio, I put it on once and just flicked at the Spanish audio just to see what it was like. Freaked me out. Fully freaked me out. It was so weird. It's like you go home someday and you go to your parents' house and your dad just like has Velcro clothes and he just goes whoosh, and he's just wearing like a King Kong suit, and your mum goes whoosh, but instead of ripping off like a moustache, she rips off her skin and there's a moustache underneath, and she goes, my real name's Paul. It could happen. I'm not saying it's going to, but it very well could happen. But as well as doing my solo show, as I was saying there as well, I'm also starting a comedy club with my agent, Adam Rushton, and we're going to be doing a gig once a month in the Moy in Dungannon, Armagh. I'm going to have to Google map it. I've no idea. And do you know what I'll do? I'll Google map it an hour and a half before it starts, because it sounds like somewhere that's no further than 45 minutes to an hour from my house. So I'll just wait until that time before, and I'll just Google map it and hope that it's close to my house or close-ish. And that's what I'll do. That's genuinely what I'll do. And I'll just go there, and hopefully the gig will do really well, and it'll sell out well in advance, which I think is going to happen. And basically what we're going to do is, I think I'm going to bring in some of the local lads, and my agent's going to bring over the English lads and the guys from further afield who are like headliners and MCers and just openers for clubs around the UK and Ireland and stuff. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to getting that started. Looking forward to posting a few of the lineups and seeing who we've got coming over from England and stuff, and from Scotland and Wales and whatever else, to do gigs with us in the Moy of all places. I can just imagine these lads like just Googling the day before they get on their flight, and they're all like, things to do in the Moy, and it's just a farmer who just takes people around the back of his tractor because he's made a train out of old oil drums where everyone just sits in and you just go around the field getting whiplash. I fully imagine that's how it's going to be. These lads are in for a shock, and ladies obviously, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to do that. That starts in November, so if you're following me on social media, I'm sure I'll be posting about it in some shape or form well in advance to give you time to get tickets and stuff. So first and foremost, my show goes on sale this Thursday. If you can get yourself a couple of tickets to that, that'd be great, because it saves me having to ship myself 17 times a day for the next 3 months, hoping that it sells out, because that would be amazing. So yeah, very much looking forward to that. I'm absolutely knackered today. I'm knackered every day. I really am. You could probably see bags under my eyes if you're watching the video version of this podcast. Like, you could fit your entire shopping under one of my eyes. I'm exhausted. I'm knackered. I feel run down. I'm tired. I'm stressed. But here, it's comedy. It's good. Here, you can make people laugh though. That's a gift. Not many people have that. That's good. Now, are you enjoying it now? I seen you up on the wee stage, or you think I'm stupid? I seen you. There's nothing worse than someone in your street, or someone that you've known for ages, like just locally, who just know you as like Sean, and then they've seen a video of yours, and they're all, you think I'm fucking, I know you do that Rodney fella and Jeremy the manager and all. I follow you and all. You think I'm stupid? And I'm like, you fucking are stupid, because we've lived near each other for about 3 years, and you had no idea until about a week ago, and it was probably when someone in the street told you, like my brother. But absolutely knackered, and I'll tell you why. 2 words: Tyson Fury. What a fight that was last night. That was unbelievable. I was awake from 3 in the morning. Diona was in feeding Winter. I would obviously do it myself, but I don't have tits. And I do, but there's no milk in them. But we were awake from about 3 o'clock. She went and fed her and stuff. Took forever to feed her, and I was just lying there, just almost awake. Just for moral support. I don't know why. I'm the only one in the room. I could easily go back to sleep, and then once I hear the door closing in my daughter's room, I could just wake up again and just be like, I've waited on you this whole time. How's everybody? But I was awake from 3 o'clock, and it got to about 3:45. Diona came back to bed, tossed and turned for about an hour. couldn't get back to sleep. And I was like, right, I'm going to regret this tomorrow because I'm getting old. But I am going to get up and watch this fight. And I just made a conscious effort there and then. I was like, go down, stay awake, watch this fight. Holy fuck. It was unbelievable. If you'd have heard me at 5:45 this morning in the 11th round when Tyson Fury finally knocked him out, Deontay Wilder, I was like, yes! Yes! Go on! Yes! Like whispering, but at the top of my voice, but still trying to contain the excitement. And from witnessing history, it was fucking brilliant. What a fight. I haven't seen a boxing match that good in a long, long time. But proper heavyweights just knocking each other down. Fall after fall. Oh, fuck, he's going to get beat. Oh, he's going to win. He's going to get beat again. He's going to win. Just like a football match that was just going end to end. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. And then just hearing him singing as well. I was walking in Vegas. What a guy. Tyson Fury's amazing. I used to be able to do a decent impression of Tyson Fury, but I haven't watched much of the sort of background stuff in the build up to the fight, so I haven't really heard his voice in a while. I wonder, could I still do it? I think, do you know what I'm going to have to do though? I'm going to have to YouTube a video because I'm not entirely sure. I need kind of a kind of refresher course before I attempt anything of this magnitude. Tyson Fury interview. Here we go. Let's hear a wee snippet of this and then we'll give this a go. Before we proceed, I do not own the rights to this video. I do not intend to copyright it. I'm just fucking playing it on my podcast for a bit of banter. Here we go. Guaranteed ads. No ads.
It was a different fight, you know. It was
a different fight.
Fight from fight two,
Oh.
and a much different fight from fight one. He came in
And a much different fight from fight. No, not yet.
real heavy tonight, like 238 pounds, and I believe that helped him. And he was definitely hitting solid. But you know what? I thought that we fought it all out there, and all the allegations that they made towards me, like throughout the build-up of this fight. And we fought like two warriors in there, and I went over to shake his hand and say, well done. And he was like, no, I don't respect you. I was like, how can you say I've cheated when you know in your own heart and your full team knows that you just got beaten fair and square?
I heard him shouting Lancashire last night after the fight, but I didn't know that was like a Lancashire accent. I thought it was almost like a West Country kind of, I don't know, there's a wee bit of sort of farmer or something in him, or I don't know, but Deontay Wilder, I can't, it's very husky, isn't it? Deontay Wilder. I said it, no, do you know what? It's weird, sometimes I can do it and sometimes I can't. I almost like, do you know when you see people doing impressions on TV and they're when you say, right, do this person, their face just like molds into that person. Sometimes I feel like I can do that and turn my face and I just do the characteristics of that person, and then I can actually do a good voice or a good impression of them. But with this one, let's just put it down to tiredness and Alzheimer's. Maybe I can't even do it and I've just concocted this all in my head, but I'm pretty sure I could do a good impression of him. But what I'll do is I'll work on it a bit more and I'll try again in a couple of weeks or in his next fight when he knocks out Anthony Joshua, which will probably never happen because Anthony Joshua doesn't deserve to fight him. But I know there's probably a few people watching this and they're like, get on with it, tell some jokes. We've no idea who Tyson Fury is. Tyson McFlurry. We've no idea. Moving swiftly on. I'll tell you a news story this week that really caught my eye, which this guy just sounded like me all over, right? A Turkish man who was reported missing unknowingly joined search parties looking for himself. Bayan Mutlu, who lives in the Enigol district of northwest Turkey's Bursa province. Why the fuck we need to know where this fella lives, I have no idea. But he joined the search team. It was only when members of the search party began calling out his names, he replied, I'm here. Obviously in Turkish. He wouldn't have just shouted out, I'm here, lads, I'm over here. They'd be all, and he'd be all, It's me. It's me, lads. It's fucking... Where'd it go? It's Bayon. It's Bayon, lads. The police took a statement before driving him home, local media reported. That is 100%. That's 1,000,000% something that I would do. That is... I would, for a fact, do that. I would do that for the banter. Just report myself missing and then get everybody out to... I say everybody. One person would probably come out and just join a search party. It would just be professionals and people who have literally no choice, and then it would just be me, and I would just be carrying around photos of myself, just going, "Here, love, any chance you've seen this sexy bastard, have you? He shaved recently and massively regrets it because he went too close to the skin. Normally he likes a good bit of stubble, but he went really, really close this week for some fucking reason, because they put the numbers on the side of the shavers nowadays, the electric shavers. They label them 1 to 4, and you can never fucking tell which one's short and which one's long. That's something that really pisses me off. Like, just give you a description instead of giving you numbers. Like number 1, like it should just be number 0, which is no razor, should just be called baby's arse. Do you know what I mean? You're going to be left. Your face feels like a baby's arse. Number 1 is, oh, did you shave this morning and it's now 5 o'clock? That's what I would call the number 1 shaver. The number 2 would be, this fella shaved a couple of days ago. Guarantee it. He shaved a couple of days ago. He keeps on top of it, but twice a week does him. You know what I mean? Twice a week does him. Number 3 would be, you growing a beard. That's what number 3 would be. So if you have one at home and it's got number 3, just score it out with a pin or just like blue tack over it, and then just write, so you growing a beard. Simple as that. And number 4 would just be, what's the fucking point of this? Nothing's coming off. That's what number 4 would be. That's what I would call them anyway. Patent it, take it to Dragon's Den, do what you want with it. I'm not going to use it, so it's yours to do what you want with. But I would I would be going out and just going, "Here, love, have you seen this fella here? He answers to the name of Sean, aka Dad of the Millennium, aka Hagbag, aka Hags. He's released 1 or 2 wee songs under the radar on Facebook. Didn't do very well, but 3,000 or 4,000 views, I think, on each video. But they're decent, like good wee songs. But kind of hoped he could maybe fucking put on like a gig in the Empire, you know, like a concert, and you know, he had visions of the fans all singing his lyrics back to him and all. But you're fucking hardly anyone heard a word. They couldn't even understand the Lurgan accent. Then I would just be rhyming off just all things that I've been in. I'd be all, "Excuse me, have you seen this fella?" And "No, doesn't look familiar." And I'm, come on, he was on Ireland's Got Talent. Come on, you know that fucking TV channel that nobody can get up here. You've seen it, of course you have. You have. Aye, he was on Fame Me the Funny. You've seen Fame Me the Funny. Come on, you have. Fucking 6 comedians from over here were picked out of a fucking raffle and brought over to the Edinburgh Fringe to do 2 gigs. You have seen it. You have. American fella came over and fucking taught them what they already know. You have seen it. Come on, you have. He was on Late License. Aye, Series 2. He wasn't on Series... He was on Series 1, but it was just a wee keyboard bit. Aye, but he was on Series 2 a wee bit more. Yeah, you have seen it. You have. It was repeated on BBC 2 at like 4 in the morning, about 3 weeks after it aired. You have seen it. And that's all I'd be doing, just going around, just showing people my CV, and just photos of me. And it'd be photos that I haven't published yet, or photos that just me pulling faces so people wouldn't even know it's me. Or me wearing a scream mask. I'd be, "Have you seen this fella?" Just fucking eyes and the bags under my eyes and the mouth wide open. You have seen him. He chased Drew Barrymore around the swim pool. Killed her boyfriend and all. She was making popcorn. You have seen him. I tell you what, fucking Halloween, it's a good segue in. Halloween is the new Christmas, isn't it? I seen Halloween decorations up 2 weeks ago. I wanted to put every window through in the house. Unbelievable. Like, no, see, I like Halloween decorations. I do. And then you only have to go out and buy pumpkins 14 times because their heads cave in after 3 days and they go all smelly. And then you chuck them in your fucking brown bin. The weighs a ton. Try and carry it down your driveway and the fucking thing falls everywhere and splatters all over the ground. You have to get the fucking power hose out. But it's worth it, aye. Oh, the kids love it. The kids love it. You live in the countryside, Barbara. Fucking 2 houses in a 5-mile radius. Daft twat. Oh, Jesus. Bantor. Well, here, do you remember last week when social media turned itself off for a couple of hours? That was fucking haunting, wasn't it? Everybody having to go back to their real lives. I looked up at my phone, there was 3 wee lads staring at me. As all, who the fuck are you? So we're all, where are your children, Daddy? As all, well, why are you doing that accent? You're not from Tyrone. So you couldn't be my children. And then we all went on Jeremy Kyle, got a day out, a wee night in a hotel. That was good. They were my children, of course they were. They were my fucking children. Of course they were. It was good fun, wasn't it? Just everybody staring at the wall. They were all... I remember I looked up as all, fuck, I have a skybox. Oh fuck, I pay 55 quid a month for Sky. Jeez, there's me sitting watching Instagram Reels for 4 hours, watching people fucking fart in a supermarket. Instagram Reels is just full of people that deserve to be brought onto a desert island and abandoned with no food for a reality TV show so that we can all just sort of gamble on who's going to last the longest. Doon, fucking just people copying everybody else. That's all it is. Lip syncing. Some fucking fat bastard in his boxers pretending to beatbox and his daughter's all and it's like, he's obviously not beatboxing. You can hear the sound coming from his phone, not from his fucking mouth, you fucking root. See social media. The day and hour I retire from comedy, my phone is getting fucking drop kicked into the middle of Loch Ness. I am gonna hire a boat and just, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy a jet ski and I'm gonna do you know where it says like you're in the bay, you're in the marina, don't go over 5 knots. Fucking thing will be up. I'll fucking flip it and all, I'll be going that fast. What are you doing out there? I'm drop kicking my fucking phone. It'll float. Well, I'll self-tape a brick then. There's no signal out here anyway. Aye, but it's not coming back. I hate it. Every time my phone rings, I want to just stab myself with a spoon in the eye. I want to just lodge a spoon right into my eye until it stops ringing. And then, I get 1,000 messages a day and I can't remember my message tone. Something like that, isn't it? Deet, 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 deet. And then when that goes off and I have the spoon lodged under my eye and I look at it and it goes, you've one voicemail. I'm just going to push down really hard on the handle of the spoon and my eye's just going to fucking hit the window of our neighbours across the street. And the eye's going to just splat onto their window and just slowly just crawl down. Just like a fucking dirty, like a dead slug. Down the window. And then it's going to blink. There's not even going to be a fucking eyelash or eyebrows or an eyelid. That's the word I'm looking for. Alzheimer's much. And it's just going to blink. Just as it slowly falls to the bottom of their window, like Rose in Titanic's hand. Or was that Leonardo DiCaprio's hand? I don't know. Either way. Shite film. It's not real. Looking forward to the sequel of that film. Titanic 2. Still sinking. I don't know. Do you know what? I'm thinking of bringing back the Rodney character. I really don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I think I just need the right video because I'm doing different characters now all the time. I'm doing Sly Diggs, Northern Ireland's #1 boxing sensation. Better believe it, or I'll lick your spuds, kick your spuds. I'll kick them. Fighting. So there's him. There's fuck Daggy the Gaffer. There's wee priest that started doing confession. And there's loads more. I have videos that I have made in my office that will never ever see the light of day, where I have spent 2 hours filming, editing, just me in a room playing different characters, editing it, saving it, watching it back and going, fucking wasted my day there, didn't I? But then, do you know what? It's what makes you better, isn't it? As long as you're being creative, that's enough. That's the main thing. But I don't know. I'm thinking of doing more Rodney stuff. I've been told many times, many times, or many a time, isn't it? I've been told many a time, don't quit the hit. So, I don't know. I think, though, obviously when social media went tits up about 2 years ago, when everything went, we're going to charge everyone a fortune to post a video, and if your followers want to see it, you're going to have to pay us. And I'm like, no, fucking just show it to them, because I built this up thinking Facebook would be around for 100 years, but it's doing a fucking Bebo slowly. But yeah, I just, it's painful doing videos when a few years ago I was getting easy 30 to 50,000 views in a day or two on almost every single video. Some hitting 100,000 in 24 hours, some hitting 500,000. I have fucking videos on, I think I have a couple of videos on 6 or 7 million. I think I have a couple of I think I have one video on 20 million or 22 million, 23 million, something like that. And now I'm posting stuff and it just has no reach. Nothing's getting seen anymore. And I'm like, I have spent years trying to craft everything that I'm doing and sculpt this fucking Facebook page and build it up and build it up and build it up and spend so many hours a day and working so hard to build this page. And I had 57,000 followers. I had 52,000 or 53,000, I think, when I stopped making Rodney videos and Facebook sort of transitioned into this weird kind of, what's the word? Of course, you can't remember the word for it. Algorithm kind of thing. And then it was like the more frequent you post, the more your posts get seen. The longer the videos you post, the more they get seen. All this shit. And then I took a step back, and then I've started building it up again. I've built up about 4,000 or 5,000 more. I'm sitting on about 57,000 followers just on Facebook. And I just don't know what to do anymore. I feel like my videos are getting 2,000 to 5,000 views now every time I post a video. And it's so shit when you're used to fucking going straight in at #1 in the charts to then being like an independent artist again. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like I'm almost starting all over again. It's like, do I have the patience? Do I have the stamina to fucking see this out and to keep going and to keep learning and to keep building on what I'm doing? So I'm in two minds all the time, and depending on what mood I'm in that day, I'm like, what'll I do? Will I just pack it all in and fucking be done with it and just buy a forest somewhere in Rams Island? Or will I just keep sticking it out, and who knows, maybe people will come to my shows, maybe people, maybe some days it'll, like, it's translated to money to a certain extent, but I want to hit the fucking big time now. I want to be a household name. Do you know what I mean? I want to be, you could start by not talking about Alzheimer's, but I just want to know if it's worth my while sticking this out. Do you know what I mean? I want to know if good things are on the horizon. Do you know what I keep picturing every few weeks is, do you ever see the like cartoon image, and it's of a man who is like chiseling away looking for gold down this mine, and you see the picture of him turning and walking away, but it's almost like an X-ray image where you can see behind what he's chiseling, and he's millimeters away from a big massive pot of gold. And that's the thing. It's a mixture of, I see that all the time in my vision, and I also have children that I want to be an inspiration to, and I want them to look at me and go, he's succeeded because he didn't give up. So those two things play on my mind all the time. And also because I've been doing this now, I've been doing stand-up I think for 13 or 14 years. And I don't think I'm good at anything else. I'm good at wee tiny things, do you know what I mean? Like, if I piss on the floor, I'll wipe it up. But no one's going to pay me for that. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know what else I could do other than this. So, has your uncle had a drink? Just water, but ooh. I'm gonna wrap it up now. As I said at the start of the episode, solo show tickets go on sale this Thursday, 10 o'clock I think. Ticketmaster.ie. Tell your friends. Buy tickets for people for birthdays, wedding anniversaries. You know, if somebody passes away, condolences to the family, but instead of donating to the charity, buy a couple of tickets to my show, because it's what they would have wanted, let's be honest. I'm Sean Hegarty. Fingers crossed we're all back to celebrate another episode next Monday. Cheers for your ears. If you'd like to donate to this podcast, go to ko-fi, which apparently is meant to say coffee, ko-fi.com/hegpod, HEGPOD. You can donate anything from £3, which is pretty much just like buying me a fucking tenth of a Starbucks, or you can give me 10 or 20 quid, whatever goes towards the you guessed it, he forgets the word, the fucking motorbike on a boat, so that I can kick my phone into Loch Ness. Yeah, thanks for coming on to this episode. It's been great to have you here with me, and we'll see you next week for another episode of The Comedy Cabin with me, Sean Hegarty. Have a great week. Love you. Keep being a sexy wee bastard. Peace.